Thank you, Ma'am Marilyn. Okay, for the Director of Secretariat, Engineer Manuel Nobilcito Jr. to this to take the report.
Present for today's privy conference, our back chairman, Engineer Jose Wilson Monsong, back members, Engineer David L. Palaganas, and Engineer Raymond Jonas, the fiscal working group, headed by Engineer Palaganas. Secretariat, headed by Engineer Engineer Since the majority of the back members are present, there is a call.
Thank you, Sir Manu. Today's procurement activity is the privy conference of 6 senior works project and one good uh, fund. We contact ID 24AI0216, instruction of flood control mitigation structure, Barangay Rizal, Pangasinan. Second project, we contact ID 23I0250, completing of Barangay San Isidro, farm to market road, Barangay San Isidro, Rosales, Pangasinan. Third project, we contact ID 23I0251, improvement of interior standard DPWH Pangasinan, third DEO building phase 1 Tumana, Rosales, Pangasinan. Fourth project, we contact ID 24AI0109, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Casantiagoan, Laoac, Pangasinan. The fifth project, we contact ID 24AI0110, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Corporate, Laoac, Pangasinan. The sixth project, contact ID 24AI0111, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Talogtog, Laoac, Pangasinan. And the last, 600 good, 24 EA101, supply delivery installation of standby 75 PPA generator with shed for Intranet at DPWH DEO new office building, Tumana, Rosales, Pangasinan. This privy conference is being conducted for contracts to begin to give the prospective bidders the chance to clarify other issues related to the contract in the project. However, attendance is not mandatory to the prospective bidders. At this point, may I call on the head of the technical working group, Engineer Pereira, to discuss the eligibility, technical, and financial requirements of the civil work contractors.
Thank you, sir. We will now discuss the eligibility, technical, and financial requirements of the contracts to be good. Documents to be submitted by the bidders. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically /online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the SIPD Clause 21, 2027 Series of 2020. Electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids@bpwh.gov.ph. Each bidder should submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. Checklist of technical and financial documents for technical proposal, Class A documents. For legal documents, valid previous registration certificate, platinum membership, or previous, in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, set under conditions provided under the rules. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. The bid validity period and bid security validity period should be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. For cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and for bank draft or guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security should not be less than 2% of ABC. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company, when certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, the amount of bid security should not be less than 5% of ABC. Project requirements is shown in the following. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. List of contractors key personnel, for example, project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience rate. For key personnel, project manager, project engineer, and foreman, the minimum years of similar experience should be 5 years, while for materials engineer, he or she should be DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. Lease of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, lease and under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership, certification of availability of equipment, lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. And original value sign omnibus funds statement and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney to all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and UACs to represent the bidder. For financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity is computed as follows. NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities multiplied by 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started, coinciding with the contract to the bid. For Class B documents, if applicable, the resigned joint venture agreement, GVA, in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or the notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GBE in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial proposal, original value sign and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA 9194, original value sign bid process in the bill of quantities, the accomplished detailed estimates forms, including a summary sheet and cash flow by quarter. Criteria and procedure for detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid prices which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. First one is completeness, no price in required item, non-complying. Indicating a zero or a dash means due to the all prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including the applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimates versus unit cost in BOQ, latter prevails, if above ABC and complying. For post-qualification, the verification of the following legal requirements is needed. Licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract. For key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific bidder's automatic location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security for DO 58 Series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in only one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and failure. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance for contract term and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. DO 1 to 7, Series of 2018, State Application of RNM 284 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with within going contracts with the DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, audited financial statements, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts, updated NFCC versus ABC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that first, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and second, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder that is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For contract of award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid. As a result, the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified of the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed with a successful bidder writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids and eligibility and post-disqualification of bidder. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of the project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor, surety bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents, for example, certification of availability of equipment, negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of two or more projects, unsatisfactory CTES rating, incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial, for the authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, should be board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture, should be joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership, is indicated in the articles of partnership. That's it.
Follow na application to discuss on the eligibility requirements of the procurement of goods.
For goods, the documents to be submitted by the bidders. Bid submission is done manually. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first, second component its needs. Replace of technical and financial documents, technical proposal, plus documents, legal documents, valid affiliates, registration certificate, platinum membership, all PDs in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRA. technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any with a similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract, the bid, and statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract is LCC, similar to the contract to be bid, set and the conditions to be provided by the rules, and original copy of the security, if in the form of security bond submit also as certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bids during the period. Bid validity 120 calendar days from date of submission of bids, bid security validity period, and the 20 calendar days from date of submission of bids. Either shall submit security or in the form of bid security numerated kilos. Cash for cash manager's check issued by Universal or Commercial Bank. Letter B, bank draft guarantee or irrevocable LC issued by the Universal or Commercial Bank. Letter C, surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company to be certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Conformity with the technical specifications, which include production, delivery, original fuel design, negotiation statement, and if applicable, original notarized tariffs, certificate in case of the corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and operators officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement and do act to represent the bidder. Financial document. The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity of FCC or a committed line of credit from a Universal or Commercial Bank and DEO of its NHCC computation. Plus the documents if applicable to the signed joint venture agreement DPA in accordance with RA number 4566, its IRR course of joint venture is already in existence of duly notarized statements from all the initial joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by provisions of GBA in which stands that the bid is successful. Financial proposals, original of duly signed on this financial bid form and original of duly signed on this price figures.
Review our critical reset. Review our critical reset. For further elaborate or discuss on the project's technical components, may I call on Engineer Julian Medina to discuss.
For the first project, with the contract ID of 23-8-0216, we advertise construction of flood control mitigation structure of Barangay Rizal, Rosales, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of flood control. Approved budget for the contract, 48,250,000. The contract duration of 201 calendar days. For the next project, with the contract ID number of 23AI0250, contract name, concreting of Barangay San Isidro, FMR, Barangay San Isidro, Rosales, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, concreting of road with a length of 1.215 kilometers, width 5 meters, thickness of 200 millimeters. Construction of stone massing loop. With the approved budget for the contract of 48,250,000 and a contract duration of 195 calendar days. For the next project, with the contract ID number of 23AI0251, contract name, improvement of interiors of standard DPWH Pangasinan DEO building phase 1, Tumana, Rosales, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, renovation of ceiling and tiling of conference room, repainting of DPWH second floor building, installation of tempered glass folding door and rewiring of electrical works with new lighting fixture, installation of drywall partitions and upgrading new kitchen sinks. With the approved budget for the contract of 1,800,000 and a contract duration of 30 calendar days. For the next project, contract ID number 24AI0110, contract name, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay, Turko, Laoac, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of multipurpose building, construction of two-story building with roof deck, 0.45-meter elevation from NGL to GFL, built with concrete and masonry with PWD ramp and handrails, complete with electrical works, sanitary planning, finishing works with glazed tiles at CR, with unglazed floor tiles at GF and second floor, with waterproofing at roof deck. With the approved budget for the contract of 4,950,000 and a contract duration of 120 calendar days. For the next project, with a contract ID number of 24AI0109, contract name, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Casantiagoan, Laoac, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of multipurpose building, construction of two-story building with roof deck, 0.45 meters elevation from NGL to GFL, built with concrete and masonry with PWD ramp and handrails, complete with electrical works, sanitary, planning, finishing works with glazed tiles at CR, with unglazed floor tiles at ground floor and second floor, with waterproofing at roof deck, with one AC unit, 1.5 HP, with 3 sets of LED solar light. Approved budget for the contract, 4,950,000. For the next project, with the contract ID number of 24AI0111, contract name, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay, Talogtog, Laoac, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of multipurpose building, construction of two-story building with roof deck, 0.45 meters elevation from NGL to GFL, built with concrete and masonry with PWD ramp and handrails, complete with electrical works, sanitary, planning, finishing works with glazed tiles at CR, with unglazed floor tiles at ground floor and second floor, with waterproofing at roof deck. With the approved budget for the contract of 4,950,000 and a contract duration of 120 calendar days. For the next project, contract ID number 24GAI01, contract name, supply, installation, delivery of standby 75 kVA generator with shed for Intranet network at DPWH DEO new office building, Tumana, Rosales, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, supply, delivery of standby 75 kVA generator with shed for Internet network. Approved budget for the contract, 2,411,381.4. Contract duration, 45 calendar days. Receipt and opening of bids, February 28, 2024, 9:30 a.m. at DPWH Conference Room. Facebook account, facebook.com, DPWH Pangasinan 30 o YouTube account, youtube.com/DPWH Pangasinan 30. DPWH e-bid portal, electronic bids _ Pangasinan 30 at dpwh.gov.ph.
Thank you, Engineer Medina. For further details, the prospective leaders can get the capital 10 minutes of this bid conference upon given request of later than 5 days. You may have you have any issues, concern, and clarification before we end this bid conference? Promotion of Engineer David Palaganas and duly seconded by Engineer Raymond Yones, and hereby declare this bid conference adjourned.